Today, 3 years ago at 10 o'clock, God would come to me, and God works in threes all the time. It was 10 o'clock on November 14th, 2016, that I was in Ohio with my mom's house. I just happened to be watching the book of Revelation on the computer, right? And I took my computer from my right to my left, and here it came out of nowhere. It was a father voice. It was booming. It wasn't a light. It wasn't nobody came to the room. And he goes, "You're going to be my messenger," 3 times. And I said, "What message?" But before I can even get the G out of the message, I said, "Message." He went, "Boop." And he told me, "Time is short. Repent. My son is coming soon." After that, he said, "Never call yourself a pastor, a prophet, or a priest." I said, "Well, hold on, God. You know how I was living, because before all this for years, real quick, I played pro ball. I was a beach volleyball player. I was a jerk, and I thought I had the toys, I had the car, the house. I was a pretty boy. I was this big, built, and I was empty. After he told me about the message, after he told me about the pastor, prophet, priest thing, because I'm going to send you to Israel 3 times. And I started laughing. I said, "Hold on a second. I can't even afford to go to McDonald's, and you're going to send me to Israel?" Well, we'll get to that in a minute. And then, on this night, I just sent Michael a text. I sent out 4 texts. I said, "God's talking to me." But I also took a picture of the moon, wherever the moon's at. Because we had a big harvest moon back then, and there was something above the moon. And I showed my mother. She goes, "I don't know what that is." So the big hook that God got me on was that he said 2 will turn away and 2 won't. And I said, "What does that even mean?" Now remember, I sent out 4 texts. One to my ex-girlfriend Ramane, who's Persian from Iran. One to my ex-friend Mike. Michael, who I traveled with, who I'll be going back to Jerusalem to see, and Jimmy. They're all in Texas. Remember, I'm in Ohio at this time. So, the first call I get back is my ex-girlfriend. She goes, "Pippi," she's Persian. "Pippi, why would God talk to you? I didn't understand. This is crazy. But what is wrong with the moon?" I go, "I don't know." And then click. The next call is Mike. Mike goes, "Hey man, you been drinking?" I go, "Man, no, I'm up in Ohio with my mom." And I click. Now the next call is Jimmy, big 6'4" black guy, and he goes, "Hey man, you all right? Tell me about this. Is it God's talking to you?" I'm like, "Man, I'm telling you what's going on. I can't make this up." And the next was Michael. We talked for about 2 hours. We would talk all night this night. Tonight we would talk from about 1 to 6 in the morning. Well, 2 turned away and 2 didn't. And I said, "Okay, God, that's a good one." All right, now fast forward. There's more to happen on that night, but I know you guys got to go. Fast forward 3 nights later, same time at 10 o'clock. I'm doing what God tells me to do. I'm studying. I'm in the Bible. I'm in the books, the scriptures. I'm looking up stuff, and I've been good for 3 days, and I'm in my bed exactly the same time at 10 o'clock. I'm on my computer, and God said, "Get on your knees." I said, "Hold on 1 second. I've been good for 3 days." "What?" He goes, the second time, "Get on your knees." I said, "God, wait, what'd I do?" The third time was, "Get on your knees." Now here's what happened. Sorry, I'm moving around a little bit, but I got my left knee down like this, okay? But before I get my right knee down, it was like an 8mm film. You ever seen one of those, like the old school films? My whole life goes, and I said, "My God, what have I done?" And I went to get my right knee down. Before I get my right knee down, I'm not going to cry this time. I'm not going to do any. I'm trying to focus. I had a tear in my right eye. By the time I got my right knee down, like this, I knew what was coming. I went prostrate And I'm like this, and I got down on my hands and knees, and I cried enough tears to fill every ocean, probably 1,000 times. I mean, I wailed and wept like a baby. And I was torn. I said, God, how can you pick me to do anything? He goes, word for word, he goes, because I know you'll finish. I said, I finish what? I didn't, if I would have known 3 years from now, well, what I'm going to do 3 years from now, I would have been like, oh, well, I would have never done that. But the words are simple. So I told him a story today. This matters. Before I tell you the rest of what happened with repenting, I said, God, how can you pick me to do anything? He said, I know you'll finish me. He goes, remember a few years ago what you did without me? What can you do with me? Because I didn't deny Jesus Christ. I was confronted with demons. And they told me to deny his son. I go, no way. 3 times. So that was another amazing thing. So then he goes, stand up. So now I played beach volleyball professionally for 15 years. Wasn't the best, but I was pretty good. Blown out knee, back, shoulder. I was doing hydrocodone. I was doing anything I could to get out of pain. But when I stood up, I was doing this, flexing. I'm like, whoa! I was like, whoa! I said, holy cow! I'm getting chills right now, right? It's like these scales of old life was like, it's getting called lit up right now. My whole body's getting chills. Like, remember when your arm falls asleep? Yeah. And it goes, boop, 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 and it comes back? My whole body was like that. It was like electric. Wow. And I was like, whoa! So that feeling lasted about a minute and a half. Okay? And then all of a sudden, it was perfect peace, joy, love. Times that by a billion, times it by a billion, a billion. It's still not good enough. And then and he go like that. After about a minute and a half, it was gone. I go, wait, come back here. Come back. I said, well, God, if that's how heaven feels, you can sign me up. I'm on the team. What do you want me to do? So I'll tell you this, everybody, real quick. God's so real, he's more real than these chairs. Okay? His son is more real than these chairs. If you think you can do it by yourself, you can't. He doesn't want you to go to hell, but if you don't repent, I am telling you, if you do not fall to your knees and repent for Yeshua, and I know you guys know this, you will fail. And eternity is forever. It's not a couple days in hell. You don't get to taste hell and go, oh, I get to get out. No, you will go to hell and burn and be tortured forever. But there's an option. The best option, and it's easy. You say, God, I'm sorry, I'm a jerk. Please forgive me. It takes about 25 seconds. You know what he does? You're forgiven. And that's what it is. It's not about religion. It's not about all this crap. It's about Yahweh and Yeshua and the truth. You know that old parable, the truth will set you free? It does. So, meeting this gentleman yesterday, was a God thing. I'm so happy. There's way more to tell you, but I know you guys are going to go. Just go to him, because, let me see your hand. God's hand is always here. You know what he says? I got you. But everybody's back is like this to God. I don't need God. Hey, I can do it myself, right? Yeah. But no, his hand's always right here, waiting for you to turn around and humble yourself, and get rid of the pride, the arrogance. Sorry, and just go to him. And I mean, that's it. I mean, I don't want to keep rambling, but it's a life-changing experience. You're still going to fail. He knows you're going to fail because he made you. You can repent every day and be better every day and learn more. I only pray for 2 things, I told him today. Is wisdom and knowledge. Because he gives you the third, understanding of what you read. God will give you everything you need, not everything you want. And the last thing is very important. You can only serve one master. It's either Yahweh or this earth. If you chase the money, you'll never find God. If you chase God, you'll find everything you need.